Ladies and gentlemen, have you, yes you, sitting there in your DX racing chair, sipping G Fuel in your goon cave, ever once thought to yourself, man, I wish Pokemon were real? Because I know I sure as heck have. Not only that, but I've spent probably an embarrassing amount of time fantasizing about what exactly I would do to get ahead in the game of life if I did have my own Pokemon army. Over the years, I've asked a couple friends and family, this very question to see what answers they could possibly come up with, and I gotta be honest, it's been pretty disappointing. A common theme I see is, I want a Charizard so I can fly, or oh, I want a Pikachu because it's cute. Shut up. You're embarrassing yourself in front of the Poke-Huzz. You think Lopunny's gonna want to go out with a scrub like you if you keep coming with these half-assed answers? Spoiler alert, she won't. Now, to avoid looking that stupid in the future and embarrassing yourself even more, go ahead and save this video so in case you meet a genie that can somehow make Pokemon real, you know off the top of your head the 5 best answers that I'm gonna give to you today. Now, with that being said, let's get into the top 5 Pokemon that would be straight up overpowered in real life. Now let's get straight up and into this, my fam. Dialga. I wasn't really sure how to build into that, so I just kind of screamed it out like some sort of demographic that you can't talk about anymore. Now, Dialga, as some of you may know, is basically like the Pokemon universe's equivalent of a Time Lord. He can basically travel to the future and the past at will, but for the sake of today's video, what we're really caring about is his ability to control time itself. So I want you to imagine this in your mind's eye for a second. It's late, you're about to go to school, maybe you slept in, maybe you ate too much breakfast and you had to take a shit. Either way, you're gonna be late. You see the bus at the end of the street, but you know in your mind's eye you're not gonna be able to get there in time. All of a sudden, you throw your Pokeball out. Boom. Dialga, do me a favor and freeze time. Proceed to run. This is how you look when you run, by the way. Everyone makes fun of you for it behind your back. Bang. Before you know it, you're on the bus, Dialga, resume time, and then you're all set. You know, there are some other reasons why you might want to freeze time, but I'll leave that to you sickos out there. And Paulo Ranchero.
Time control, that's a dope superpower, but like, someone like me, you can't give me time controls. Stuff might get scary.
Jolting in at the number 4 spot, we have my dog, Rotom. Now, for those of you that never watched the cartoon, Rotom is basically like a little electric creature that can take over a piece of electronics. I don't know if I did a good job explaining that, but let me give you an example. You're walking down the street, you see a Lamborghini or you see a car you really like. Rotom, I choose you. You take over the car, hop in. You don't need to hotwire it. You don't need to hack anything. You just instantly have control of whatever vehicle you want. It could be a tank, a helicopter, a yacht. The possibilities are limitless. Oh, and if the police send a fleet of cars after you or something to try and hunt you down, Rotom, use Thunderbolt. It's game over. You made it off into the sunset. Well, metaphorically, it could be raining. I don't know what the weather would be at that point, but it's basically an infinite money glitch. Now, number 3 is where things start getting really financially overpowered. Before, you still needed to physically do things to make money off those last 2 schemes, but this one's just straight passive income. It also has the added bonus of being probably one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, give me Ampharos at the number 3. Feel like never paying for electricity again? Matter of fact, feel like generating so much electricity that you could basically start your own electric company and just have this fucking sheep running on a treadmill, generating limitless power, putting the entire power grid out of commission, and then you have a monopoly. I mean, this one's a no-brainer. You can have him charge your phone just by playing catch with the guy. I mean, give me a break. If you can't get rich with Ampharos, there's literally no helping you. Now, some of you guys probably thought this was going to be number 1 just because it's in the thumbnail, but at the number 2 spot, it's going to be Ditto. Hey, Out of curiosity, have you ever wanted to be president for a day? Oh, hey, Ditto. Transform into DJT himself. All of a sudden, now we're strolling the White House grounds and we're wiring millions of dollars to an unmarked offshore bank account in the name of Jster. Not to mention, I could have him write a presidential pardon for my uncle who's currently locked up in federal prison. ChatGPT told me that I should reveal more details about my life to appear relatable in the eyes of my audience. So my uncle did horrific crimes that I'm not going to get into, and he's in jail. Theoretically, if I had Ditto as a Pokemon, I could get him out of jail, so that's why he's so high up on this list. The options here are basically limitless, and yes, you could also have him transform into your celebrity crush for reasons that I'm not going to elaborate on, vague and unspecific reasons, whoever she/he/they might be. And now, finally, the big reveal, the moment I've been hyping up for the entire video. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one spot is going to be none other than Alakazam. And I chose him over the other two in his evolution chain just because he's canonically like the most powerful with his powers. Yes, powerful with his powers. Believe it or not, I actually did make the Dean's list. And when you're dealing with something like teleportation, being precise with your powers is really important. Like imagine you just, half of you teleport somewhere and then you're stuck with like a leg in Hawaii or something. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We might as well cut out the middleman and hire the best. Alakazam, do me a favor, teleport into Fort Knox and steal me 4 metric tons of gold. Alakazam Smith. I feel like going to Turks and Caicos and gooning to Drake as he bends some model over the coffee table. I want to gaze lustfully at my King Drake in Turks and Caicos. Not to mention the guy also has psychic powers, so if you need someone to help you, like, I don't know, move a couch across the room, this guy is probably the best you're gonna get as far as that goes. And that's not even getting into the mind control powers he also has, but someone like me, you can't give me mind control. It might get scary.
Stuff might get scary.
But alrighty, my treacherous mandem, I hope you did enjoy this 100% accurate and perfect list. If you did, please treat the like button like a Vaporeon and smash that thing. Leave a comment down below with the Pokemon that you think got snubbed from this list. And thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.